The American Revolution was a large and powerful event that shook the world. There were three main smaller parts that helped the revolution fire up and succeed, including the 7 Years' War, taxation without representation, and the philosophical foundations of the revolution. These led to both tension between the colonists and Britain, as well as bringing America together in unity.
Dear French, the American colonists regret to inform you that the land you possess in Ohio belongs for ourselves. I, George Washington, would like to warn you that thanks to Benjamin Franklin and his Albany Plan of Union, we're not a threat to be ignored and really want that nice land you got there. Britain would also appreciate if there was not something like 7 years war over it. So if you could hand it over, that would be very nice. Sincerely, the American colonists. Although right now, mainly just Virginia and some native allies.
You know, the funniest thing, I got this letter from some colonists the other day. Hey,
You guys need to fight.
Washington's troops killed my brother Joseph. I will not get Ohio.
Just come outside for the night. Take your time.
We surrender, but wait until the other states find out. Let me tell you, us colonists can unite.
Dear friends, now I know my colonists have already started fighting you for some time now. I suppose I will make this official, though, and send out love and support against you guys as we declare war. I'm mildly disappointed, however, since the British Parliament did decide not to go to Ohio, but oh well. I'll just tax America after this to cover for the war. I'm sure they won't mind. Sincerely, the British.
Cool!
Victory. The Treaty of Paris secures all of French Canada and the lands east of the Mississippi. Our empire is glorious. Economically, we are supreme.
Glorious, yes, but at what cost, Pitt? The war nearly doubled the national debt. We must now impose new duties and strengthen control over the colonies. The colonists must pay their fair share for the protection we provided. We will introduce new taxes and acts and shall make it so we are now not drowning in debt. It is a necessary measure, and to keep those colonists from adding to our debt, they shall have to stay put until we figure out what to do with them.
Pay for their debt? We fought bravely for that land. Now a proclamation fences us in, restricting our westward expansion that we worked so hard for. It's betrayal of our efforts, of our freedom. This is taxation without representation. I will not stand for this tyranny.
You need
Every right to go.
You do not have rights. We've waited a war
so
and
much
you need to have.
can't
You need to be
enforce
taxed.
this policy.
You
can't do this.
The French have left our land, but now we have to deal with the arrogant British that have replaced them. They do not honor the traditions of trade and alliance that we have already established. They seize our lands and refuse fair commerce. We will not be pushed aside with all our rights taken away.
The 7 Years' War resulted in a large British territorial gain, a massive national debt leading to more taxation and higher imperial control over the colonies, which sparked colonial resistance and a push towards revolution. Also, higher tension and conflicts between the Native Americans over westward expansion.
Gentlemen, we are gathered to discuss the state of our colonies in America. For years they have prospered under British protection, yet they defy every measure we pass to make them pay their fair share.
Quite right, my lord. Since the French and Indian War, our debts have multiplied. The Sugar Act, the Stamp Act, and the Townshend Act. Each was perfectly just. Yet, what did we receive in return? Riots, smuggling, and open defiance.
They forget that the British Army defends their frontiers. It is too much to ask that they contribute a small tax for their own security.
They claim no taxation without representation. Absurd! Every man in this chamber represents all subjects of the crown, whether they're here or across the ocean.
Exactly so. That and crime and justice are nothing more than rebellion disguised as principle.
The East India Company now struggles under the weight of unresolved tea. If the colonies will not buy it legally, we shall make them. I propose a new measure, the Tea Act. It will lower the price of British tea, and remind the colonies of the duty and they must obey the Parliament.
A clever plan. They'll drink our tea. Pay our taxes and learn where our authority lies.
And if they refuse again, then we will act swiftly. Britain cannot appear weak before her colonies. Disobedience must be met with discipline.
Then we must pass the Tea Act at once. Once the colonists see that resilience will only tighten our grips, they'll think twice before defying Parliament again.
Hear, hear, the king's subjects must remember who governs the empire.
Then it is settled. The Tea Act shall stand. Let the colonies grumble if they wish. Britain will prevail. Hear, hear, hear!
It's the 1770s, and British keeps taxing the colonists, and people are fed up.
First, the Stamp Act. They tax our paper.
Then the Navigation Acts. We can only trade with Britain.
And now these Townshend Acts. Tea, glass, paint. What's next? A tax on breathing?
Don't give them ideas.
By 1773, the colonists had had enough. In Boston, the Sons of Liberty and others decided to protest in a way no one would forget.
If Britain won't listen, we're gonna have to teach them a lesson.
We should send their tea back to them. Only a little damp.
You mean dump it?
Exactly. Get your disguises on.
On December 16th, 1773, they boarded the ships, disguised as Native Americans, and tossed over 300 chests of tea, that's about 90,000 pounds, into the harbor.
I hope the British great.
The British were furious and punished Boston with the coercive acts, but the protest united the colonists and brewed up the American Revolution.
No tea, no problem.
We'll have our freedom soon enough.
Hear ye, hear ye! Whatever is my right as a man is also the right of another, and it becomes my duty to guarantee as well as to possess. Man did not enter into society to become worse than he was before, nor to have fewer rights than he had before, but to have those rights better secured.
That is ingenious. We could use that in America. Oh, Thomas Paine, let us speak but a moment.
Yes, good sir. What is your name?
I am the Benjamin Franklin of the American colonies. We are struggling under the unfair rule of Great Britain and losing our rights as people. I think we could use you and your ideas.
Whatever do you mean?
Come to America.
Together?
Together.
Remember, the natural rights of man cannot be taken away. If they are, the people have the right to rebel. The government should be run by the governed.
That makes so much sense. That would inspire the colonists.
It's almost common sense.
My book, Common Sense, says we must unite. Society in every state is a blessing, but government, even in its best state, is but a necessary evil. In its worst state, an intolerable one. We need the government to be run by the governed.
Good job, my friend.
Woo! Yeah!
Gentlemen, we must declare independence from Great Britain once and for all.
Of course, because nothing says freedom like signing a paper in a room hotter than the sun.
I've rewritten this thing like 12 times. Can we just agree that all men are created equal is poetic and move on?
Sure, Tom. As long as you spell independence right this time. You need help with that?
It was one typo.
Yeah, you made it 4 times though.
Enough talking. Let me sign first.
Nice catch, Cheer.
Do it big so King George's pupils don't get dilated.
Yo, fam, can you read that?
Bro, I think you might need glasses.
Bro, you're not doing this for your autograph collection, Hancock.
Yo, if I'm risking my neck, I'm gonna make sure it's big so I can be famous.
You're not gonna be famous.
Gentlemen, Britain just called. They said.
Really?
Actually, they sent another letter. They said if we apologize, we can end war.
Bruh, I'm not gonna erase the entire Declaration of Independence. Alright, sorry for your loss, baby girl. Love America.
P.S. Thanks for the taxes. We really missed them.
Oh heck nah. The time for apologies is over. We are Americans now!
Finally free to ruin and deep fry everyone's food for the next 200 years.
There. My work here is done.
Congratulations, John. You've officially made the rebellion look like a promposal.
To freedom, gentlemen, and to hating the Brits. Someone get him some independence.